Good day, nerds, geeks, and dorks. We are gathered here at the Church of Nerdom to honor the passing of E. Adam Thomas. Calm down, you fuckers. E. Adam Thomas was a respected member of the Angry Man... Ooh, I can't say that with a straight face. Anyway, it appears as though E. Adam Thomas was felled by a cerebral altocumulus lenticularis duplicatus, commonly known as a brain cloud. I didn't know what the fucker was until I read it either. We thought it was going to be the Great Claw movie that did the fucker into Corpse Town, but it was Ghostbusters 2. And unfortunately, the movie was still playing when the emergency workers found him later, and their services will be later today. As a respect to the great E. Adam... to the great E. Adam Thomas, here is his final rant.
Here's your damn rant show, folks. Oh.
Dirty fuck!
Greetings, mortals. I am the late E. Adam Thomas, and you're watching Film Rants, the best movie review show on YouTube, hosted by a dead guy. Tonight, we're looking at one of the most perplexing pairs of movies in film history, Ghostbusters and Ghostbusters 2. The first film was a truly unique triumph, written by and starring Dan Aykroyd and Harold Ramis, and also starring Bill Murray and Sigourney Weaver. This 105-minute Ivan Reitman film broke box office records and the rules for cinematic comedy, proving that you could make a wild comedy film with top-notch special effects and design. If you're not familiar with it, it's about a group of jobless paranormal investigators who go into business for themselves when they realize they have the technology to capture and dispose of ghosts. The premise itself is weird enough, but with talents like Aykroyd and Murray, Ernie Hudson, Rick Moranis, and William Atherton putting their all into each character, it is quite literally more awesome than any film deserves to be. On the Rantometer, it is literally one of the very few 15s I have ever seen. If I were to give it a razor blade at all, which I won't, it would be for the fact that parts of the climax of the film seem a little bit rushed. There seems like there was more that had to be cut for time, but overall, it's a perfect comedy film. Which then brings us to its inevitable sequel, Ghostbusters 2. Now, I'll be honest, I don't hate this film as much as some people do, but let's be honest here, this film is a crushing disappointment by comparison to the first. First of all, the script seems way too contrived. It's like a film version of a Saturday Night Live sketch, and believe me, I could write an encyclopedia about all the things wrong with most of those films. But in this case, it's all the more frustrating. Most SNL movies are based on sketches that last at most 5 minutes, and when they usually try to drag them out to 90, they run out of jokes long before they run out of film. The first film wasn't like that. If anything, it left you wanting more. This film, on the other hand, it really leaves you wishing they'd left it well enough alone. From Ray and Winston doing kids' birthday parties to Venkman hosting a cheesy psychic talk show, none of the characters are treated with any respect at the start of the film, except maybe Egon, who is at least doing actual if questionable, behavioral research. As the film progresses, the jokes are weak, the new characters are two-dimensional, and the returning characters are caricatures of their previous incarnations. It's like they were trying more to emulate the real Ghostbusters Saturday morning cartoon series than they were the actual first film. Look, I know it's probably in poor taste to bash on Harold Ramis so soon after his passing, but seriously, this is the guy who wrote Animal House, Caddyshack, and Stripes. This is the director of National Lampoon's Vacation. These are all comedy classics, but it seems like every time he tried to do a sequel, like with Caddyshack 2, it ends up losing track of what made his first effort so successful, and he phones it in. I kind of get the impression that he didn't care for doing sequels much, and just did it for the paycheck. He's a wonderfully talented writer, and it pisses me off that he allowed Ghostbusters 2 and Caddyshack 2 to even see the light of day. He was better than this. If he were still alive, I'd smack him upside the head like Gibbs on NCIS. Like, I love you, man, but you should know fucking better. Moving on to the visual effects, what can I say? They were done by Industrial Light and Magic for both films, but in this film, it looks like it was done by fucking interns. The matte effects are glaringly awful, poorly color matched, and horrendously fake looking. The practical effects are fucked up too. The dancing toaster scene? You can see the piston feet at the bottom of the toaster, and when Venkman picks it up to cuddle it, the cord coming off the back is 3 times larger than any appliance cord I've ever seen. There are other examples I could cite, but this is only supposed to be a 10-minute video at the most. Finally, the acting itself. Annie Potts, Bill Murray, Sigourney Weaver, these are all excellent actors who know their craft, and yet they all seem like they're only doing it for the fucking check. Instead of saying, look, Harold's our friend and his script is not quite his best, let's help him out, it's more like they were saying, fuck this shit, let's just get it over with. Look, if it was just the script alone, I could forgive it. If it was just the effects alone, sure. I've sat through enough Gamera films that I don't need decent special effects to suspend my disbelief. Even if 1 or 2 of the characters were bored with it and it turned in lackluster performances, I could live with it. But it's like everyone involved with the project were only interested in helping Kenner sell more cheap-ass fucking Ghostbusters toys. The rantometer for Ghostbusters 2 is pathetic. Artistic only gets a 3. Coolness only gets a 3. And originality only gets a 3. And the suck factor? Well, that gets a 3 as well. That gives Ghostbusters a total of Ghostbusters 2 a fucking 6 total. I mean, after that, I'm really not surprised they never got Ghostbusters 3 made. Bill Murray was especially gun-shy about going there unless they had an awesome script, which I'm guessing they didn't. Before I cross over to the other side, don't forget to let us know what you think of these films, or any others that you've seen by commenting here on this video or sending me a message through Twitter, Facebook, or Google Plus using the hashtag FilmRantsEAT. Next week, we'll be looking at the 2012 comedy FDR American Badass, starring Barry Bostwick. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to haunt the set of 2.5 Men. Somebody has to bring that fuck storm to an end. Happy haunting, folks! Woo! Woo! I feel stupid doing that.
Like sucking the guts, guys, with the Ghostbusters. Sorry we had to hose you there, but you were kind of out of control.
Tell them about the Twinkie. What about the Twinkie?
Dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
You have any hobbies?
I collect spores, molds, and fungus.
He slimed me.
That's great! Actual physical contact!
Let's see what happens when we take away the puppy.
You know, it's just occurred to me we really haven't had a completely successful test of this equipment.
I blame myself.
So do I.
2 in the box!
Ready to go.
We be fast and
They be slow!
It's mine with our system until the power grid was shut off by Dickless here.
They caused an explosion.
Is this true?
Yes, it's true.
This man has no dick.